In the last session, we have studied about the vector subspace, when a set is called as vector subspace, and what are the various conditions that must be satisfied in case we prove a subset of vector space to be the vector subspace. What was that? If W is any non-empty subset of vector space V over field F, then it is said to be vector subspace if and only if for every x and y in W, alpha beta belonging to F, alpha x plus beta y belongs to V. This is the only condition that we have to prove in case to prove a subset is the vector subspace. What are the conditions? First, you have to prove that the set about which we are talking is non-empty and it is the subset of vector space V. Further, we have to just verify whether alpha x plus beta y is a member of W or not, where alpha beta are the members of field and xy are the members of set to which I have to prove the vector subspace. Okay, now I will discuss some of the examples in which we will prove that a subset is subspace of a vector space. V is given to be a vector space of real valued functions over field R. What are the real valued function? If we have defined the function f from domain D to range R, then real valued implies the range set must be the set of reals. So V is a vector space of real valued function over the field R. Then what we have to prove is W is subspace of V. We have to prove a set W is a subspace of V, where W की definition क्या है? W contains those real valued functions of V which are solution of differential equation. This is your differential equation to which the function must satisfy. But this definition say that if a member of V is said to be the member of W, then that member must be the solution of this differential equation, which is your second order differential equation, where A and B are the fixed numbers. This I have verified that if this is the equation and f of x is solution of this differential equation, then replace y with the f of x. Now, by definition of W, we have W is clearly subset of V. Last I have explained, we have to prove a set. जिस सेट को हमने सबस्पेस प्रूव करना है, पहले तो वो वेक्टर स्पेस का सबसेट होना चाहिए, और W की तो डेफिनेशन ही यहाँ से स्टार्ट होती है कि वो वाले फंक्शंस जो V को बिलोंग करते हैं. दैट मीन्स ऑब्वियसली W इज अ सबसेट ऑफ V. Second, we have to prove W is non-empty. In the previous session, I have declared that in case you have to prove non-empty, you have to prove that identity element, additive identity of V is a member of W. That means you have to prove in this case identity, additive identity is zero function. What do you mean by zero function? A function which gives the value 0 for every value of x. Now, clearly this 0 of x implies 0 satisfies the differential equation. Therefore, this must be the member of W. This implies W is non-empty. सबसेट तो वो ऑलरेडी ही था. अब मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट केस, further we have to prove that alpha f of x plus beta g of x belongs to W for all fx gx belongs to W and alpha beta belongs to f. Now fx belongs to w. This implies it must satisfy your differential equation. Okay. Now second, g of x belongs to w. This implies it must satisfy your differential equation. B times g of x equal to 0. Now what we have to consider? We have to consider the element alpha f of x plus beta g of x. Obviously this is real valued function. Why? Because f of x is real valued function, g of x is real valued function, alpha and beta both are the reals. तो reals का product real, reals का sum real. This implies this is also a real valued function. Now you have to take derivative. Second condition क्या थी? पहली बात कि वो वाला फंक्शन जिसको मैंने w का मेंबर बोलना है, the function to which I have to call the member of w, that must be the member of v. v contains all real valued function. इसका मतलब किसी भी मेंबर को w का मेंबर बनने के लिए पहले तो रियल वैल्यूड फंक्शन बनना पड़ेगा. सेकेंडली क्या करना पड़ेगा? उस फंक्शन को, इस डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई करना पड़ेगा. अब इस केस में रियल वैल्यूड तो प्रूव हो गया दैट अल्फा एफ एक्स प्लस बीटा जी एक्स इज अ रियल वैल्यूड फंक्शन. Now what we have to prove is this satisfies the differential equation. This plus beta times g of x plus alpha times f of x plus beta times g of x into beta. This is equal to, now what does this imply? This is equal to alpha times double derivative of f of x plus a times derivative of f of x plus b times f of x plus beta times double derivative of g of x plus a times derivative of g of x plus b times g of x. This is 0 into alpha plus 0 into beta. This is 0. हो गया proof. That means alpha f of x plus beta g of x is member of w. Okay. दैट मीन्स कि जिस सबसेट की हम बात कर रहे थे W, जो कि वो मेंबर्स को कंटेन करता है विच सेटिस्फाई अ पर्टिकुलर सेकेंड ऑर्डर डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन, इज अ वेक्टर सबस्पेस. ओके. नाउ नेक्स्ट, व्हाट इज नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन? नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल वी हैव V is equal to A such that Aij n cross n be a vector space over the set of reals. Show that W, a set of consisting of symmetric matrices, is subspace of V. Now first come up with V, W. W में कौन से matrices आएंगे? Symmetric matrices. What do you mean by symmetric matrices? Symmetric matrices are those A which belongs to V such that A is equal to Aij n cross n. Aij is equal to Aji for all I comma j. सिमेट्रिक मैट्रिसेस कौन से मैट्रिसेस होती हैं? वो वाली मैट्रिसेस जिनकी डायगोनल एंट्रीज तो जो मर्जी हो जाए, जो आपकी नॉन डायगोनल एंट्रीज होती हैं, ये A12 A21 के इक्वल होता है, A13 आपका A31 के इक्वल होता है. दिस विल बी योर स्क्यू सिमेट्रिक, दिस विल बी योर सिमेट्रिक मैट्रिसेस. A23 will be equal to A32. Okay. these entries must be equal. A12 equal to A21, A13 equal to A31, A23 is equal to A32, and so on. Whatsoever we are taking the order. Here I have discussed the example of 3 cross 3 matrix. These are the symmetric matrices. In this case, the general definition says whatever the element is present in the ith row jth column must be equal to the element present in jth row and ith column. Okay. Now first clearly अब A में क्या थे, सारे के सारे मैट्रिसेस n क्रॉस n ऑर्डर के, उनमें से W में वो मैट्रिसेस आए जो मैट्रिसेस क्या है, सिमेट्रिक मैट्रिसेस. सो क्लियरली जो आपके पास W है दैट इज सबसेट ऑफ V. सेकेंडली जीरो मैट्रिक्स इज इक्वल टू 0 n क्रॉस n, तो ये तो अपने आप में सिमेट्रिक होगी, इसकी तो सारी एंट्रीज इक्वल होगी, तो ऑब्वियसली नॉन डायगोनल भी इक्वल होंगी. दिस मस्ट बिलोंग्स टू W. सो W comes out to be non-empty subset of V. Now next, for any two element, for each A, B in W and alpha beta in R, A is Aij n cross n such that Aij equal to Aji and B is equal to Bij. These are the n cross n matrices with Bij equal to Bji. Now alpha times A plus beta times B, this is equal to alpha times Aij n cross n plus beta times Bij n cross n order matrix. This is equal to, how to multiply the scalar with the matrix, this is alpha times Aij n cross n plus beta times Bij n cross n matrix. This is equal to alpha times Aij plus beta times Bij. This is again n cross n matrix. Now alpha time Aij equal to Aji and Bij equal to Bji implies alpha of Aij equal to alpha of Aji and beta of Bij equal to beta of Bji. Therefore alpha of Aij plus beta of Bij, this is equal to alpha of Aji plus beta of Bji. All the non-diagonal entries for all I and j, all the non-diagonal entries of this particular matrix alpha A plus beta B are equal. Therefore you can also say about the diagonal, because I know here the I, j both will be equal, so whatsoever the value 1 1, both will be 1 1, 2 2 and 3 3, but main concentration is on the non-diagonal entries. Okay, therefore alpha A plus beta B belongs to W. This implies W is vector subspace of V over R. Then, okay, now come up with our next exercise, that is, let A, B, C be fixed elements of the field F. Why he has called the fixed element? So that you must satisfy the equation for some of the particular numbers. Okay, show that xyz ax plus by plus cz equal to 0 is subspace of V of F. What is the difference between this example and the example done at the first number was, here we are talking about the tuple, triplets, the points in the space. The set contains those points in the space which satisfies the equation of plane. What is that plane? Ax plus by plus z cz equal to 0. This is equation of the plane. We have to consider only those points which satisfy this plane. Now again start with the question. First we have to prove W is subset of V. What is V? V is V3F. By definition, what is V3F? V3F is, it implies x, y, z, the coordinate of 3 coordinate, such that x, y, z all 3 belongs to the field F. This is the definition of V3F, or you can say it can also be written as F cube. That means 3 coordinates set. Okay. Now V3F is given out to be this set. Then W is given out to be x, y, z such that ax plus by plus cz equal to 0. That means these are both subsets. Not both subsets. These are almost the same sets, except that W contains those elements which satisfy some condition. V3F contains all the elements of this type whose coordinates are coming from the field F. Therefore, W is subset of V3F. Further, for 0, 0, 0, we have A0 plus B0 plus C0 is equal to 0. Therefore, 0, 0, 0 belongs to V3F. V0, 0, 0 belongs to W. Therefore, W is non-empty. Both the conditions are satisfied. Now, for alpha and beta being 2 scalars, and for all x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2 belonging to W, we have alpha x1, y1, z1 plus beta x2, y2, z2 is equal to alpha x1, alpha y1, alpha z1 plus beta x2 plus beta y2, not plus, it's comma, beta y2 and beta z2. This is equal to alpha x1 plus beta x2, alpha y1 plus beta y2, alpha z1 plus beta z2. Now, A times alpha x1 plus beta x2 plus B times alpha y1 plus beta y2 plus alpha z1 plus beta z2 into C. This is equal to A alpha x1 plus A beta x2 plus B alpha y1 plus B beta y2 plus C alpha z1 plus C beta z2. This is equal to alpha times ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus beta times ax2 plus by2 plus cz2. This is equal to alpha into 0 plus beta into 0. By definition of elements of set W, this is equal to 0. Therefore, alpha into x1 y1 z1 plus beta into x2 y2 z2 is belonging to W for all alpha beta in F and xi yi zi in W. I is 1, 2. So W is subspace of vector space V of f. Done. Next, come up with the next example. Let V is be a vector space in R cube. R cube matlab we are talking about the space. Again, the three coordinate vectors x comma y comma z. This implies this is equal to form x y z such that x y z all are reals. Next, you have to examine whether the following are subspaces or not. Now, in the previous questions and in this question, what is the difference? Here they are not sure about whether these are the vector subspaces or not. They have told us to check whether these are the subspaces or these are not the subspaces. In previous questions they have said us show that. Show that implies they are sure about the subspace property of given subset, but we have to test or we have to give them the explanation why these are the subspaces. But in these questions, when there occur the word examine, this implies the subset about which we are talking may or may not be the subspace. So in this case, we will have to check the conditions under closed under addition and closed under multiplication separately. Okay. Now first clearly W is non-empty subset of V. Why? Because V is the three coordinate set, that is it is the R cube, the points in the space, and W is also the points in the space with the condition A is subset of A is less than or equal to 0. That means obviously W is subset of V. For non-empty they have said A is less than equal to 0, मतलब B और C तो कुछ भी होने चाहिए, but A के ऊपर condition है कि आप जो फर्स्ट कोऑर्डिनेट है या तो वो 0 होना चाहिए या वो नेगेटिव होना चाहिए, और यहाँ पे हमारे पास अगर बी और सी पे कोई कंडीशन नहीं है, दैट मीन्स बी कैन बी 0, सी कैन बी 0, और ए तो उसने दिया ही हुआ है, ये 0 भी हो सकता है और कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता, इसमें 0 0 0 इस सेट को बिलोंग करता है. अगर 0 0 0 इस सेट को बिलोंग करता है, दैट मीन्स डब्ल्यू इज नॉन एम्प्टी. नाउ क्लियर प्रॉपर्टी under addition, as I have already mentioned that you will have to check both the conditions of clear under addition as well as under scalar multiplication separately, because we are not sure here about the subspace property of subset. Okay, now what does clear property says? For all a1 b1 c1 A2, B2, C2 in W, A1 is less than equal to 0, A2 is less than or equal to 0. Therefore, A1, B1, C1 plus A2, B2, C2, this is equal to A1 plus A2, B1 plus B2, C1 plus C2. Since A1 is negative, A2 is negative, this implies A1 plus A2 is again negative. Therefore, A1, B1, C1 plus A2, B2, C2 belongs to W. Okay. Clear property under scalar multiplication. For all A, B, C in W and minus of 1 in F, because F is field, sorry, in R, here a field is mentioned already that it's real field, R is a field, तो 1 है तो -1 भी होगा ही. we have -1 into a b c. This is equal to minus of a minus of b minus of c. Since a is less than 0, this implies minus of a is greater than or equal to 0. क्योंकि ए बी सी आपका किसका मेंबर था? W का. W की कंडीशन थी कि जो A है दैट मस्ट बी नेगेटिव. देयरफॉर जो आपका -1 इंटू ए बी सी किया वहाँ से आपके पास आया माइनस ऑफ ए इज़ पॉजिटिव. If minus of a is positive, then this does not belongs to W. So W is not closed under scalar multiplication. Therefore, W is not a subspace of V. Okay, this is the result. Second, again, we have to examine this is a vector subspace of V over field R. That is, they have mentioned R cube. That means you have to prove this the subspace over field R. बच्चे अब फिर से वही चीज़, C is given out to be integer. Integer तो 0 भी होता है. 0 is also an integer. That means 0 0 0 must belongs to W, implies W is non-empty subset of vector space V. Now, for each A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 in W, C1 and C2 are integers. This was the condition. This implies A1, B1, C1 plus A2, B2, C2 equal to A1 plus A2, B1 plus B2, C1 plus C2. C1 and C2 both are integers. Sum of integers is integer. This must belongs to W. This is the reason. Okay, sum आपने कोई दो वेक्टर निकाले, उनका सम भी आपका कहाँ पे चला गया? W में. अब बात आती है प्रोडक्ट की. ओके, फॉर एवरी A, B, C इन W, कोई भी एंट्री ली आपने W के अंदर, ठीक है. वी कंसिडर any D in R, consider any number D in R such that the greatest common factor of C and D is equal to 1. इनका HCF 1 है. हाईएस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर इज 1, मतलब देयर इज नॉट अ कॉमन फैक्टर ऑफ A एंड B. सबसे बड़ा वाला ही 1 है, 1 से छोटा तो हाई कॉमन फैक्टर हो ही नहीं सकता. That means C and D are the relatively prime numbers. Okay, this implies C by D is not an integer. इसका मतलब जो C by D है वो integer नहीं होगा. This implies 1 by D. If we take 1 by D, then this is always also real. D को नॉन ज़ीरो ले लो, ठीक है. मतलब एक नॉन ज़ीरो एलिमेंट्स के लिए अगर GCD ऑफ C एंड D 1 हो तो C बाय D इंटीजर नहीं होगा, जबकि 1 बाय D क्या है? रियल. 1 बाय D A B C, दिस इज इक्वल टू A बाय D, B बाय D, C बाय D. This doesn't belongs to W because C by D is not integer. W का मेंबर बनने के लिए जो आपका लास्ट कोऑर्डिनेट है वो इंटीजर होना चाहिए, लेकिन यहाँ पे तो इंटीजर आया ही नहीं. इसका मतलब जो आपका W है इज नॉट अ सबस्पेस ऑफ V. ओके, लेट्स कम अप ऑन द नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल. Here W is ABC such that A, B, C all are the rational numbers. Okay. Now there we will have to talk about the irrational number. Condition तो उसने अपने आप ही दे दी बेटा. आपको इसको फील्ड सबस्पेस प्रूव करना है ओवर द सेट ऑफ रियल्स. तो रियल्स में तो रैशनल्स भी होते हैं और इरेशनल्स भी होते हैं। अगर हम लोग किसी रैशनल में एक इरेशनल नंबर को मल्टीप्लाई कर दें तो आंसर पक्का क्या आएगा, इरेशनल नंबर। मतलब ये अपने आप ही ऑब्वियस हो गया कि ये जो सेट होगा सारी कंडीशंस को सेटिस्फाई करेगा एक्सेप्ट द कंडीशन अंडर स्केलर मल्टीप्लिकेशन। नाउ व्हाट वी डू इज 0 0 0 बिलोंग करेगा W को। ऑब्वियसली आपको रैशनल्स बोला है, 0 इज ऑल्सो अ रैशनल नंबर, सो दिस विल बिलोंग्स टू W. W is non-empty subset of our vector space R cube. Okay. Now, for root 2 belonging to reals, if I have taken any rational number A, B, C belonging to W, root 2 into A, B, C, this is equal to root 2A, root 2B, root 2C. Because A, B, C are rationals and root 2 is irrational, root 2 of A, root 2 of B, root 2 of C is irrational. That means this number does not belongs to W, क्योंकि W का एलिमेंट बनने के लिए इसके तीनों कोऑर्डिनेट्स होने चाहिए थे रैशनल, बट वाई व्हाट वी गेट इज इररेशनल. दैट मीन्स दिस कैन नॉट बी द मेंबर ऑफ W. W is not closed under scalar multiplication. Therefore, not a subspace of V over R. Okay, where V itself is R cube. Done. Now come up on the next question. W is such that it has the three coordinate. All the coordinates satisfy the condition A is greater than equal to B is greater than equal to C. Okay. For 0 0 0 इक्वलिटी आ गई, दैट मीन्स तीनों कोऑर्डिनेट सेम भी हो सकते हैं. 0 0 0 जो है ऑब्वियसली W को बिलोंग करता है. दिस इम्प्लाइज W इज नॉन एम्प्टी सबसेट ऑफ योर V, दैट इज R क्यूब. नाउ ऑब्वियसली एडिशन, बेटा दो नंबर जो ये कंडीशन को सेटिस्फाई करेंगे उन्हें आपस में ऐड भी कर दो तब भी वो यही कंडीशन को सेटिस्फाई करेंगे. इसका मतलब अगेन अंडर एडिशन मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आने वाली. प्रॉब्लम आएगी तो कहाँ आएगी, अंडर स्केलर मल्टीप्लिकेशन. विल डिस्कस ओनली द स्केलर मल्टीप्लिकेशन. फॉर ईच A, B, C belonging to W, there exists minus of 1 belonging to real, such that minus 1 into A, B, C is equal to minus of A, minus of B, minus of C. Since A, B, C satisfy condition as A is greater than equal to B is greater than equal to C with minus of A, जब आप लोग नेगेटिव साइन लगा दोगे थ्रू आउट तो ये साइन आपका चेंज हो जाएगा. दिस इम्प्लाइज माइनस ऑफ A, माइनस ऑफ B, माइनस ऑफ C does not belongs to W. This implies W is not closed under scalar multiplication. So W is not subspace of R cube. Done. These are the examples in which we have studied how we can check a subspace, a subset of a vector space is subspace or not. Keep in mind, whenever you have to prove that, show that a subset is vector space of V, then you can go with the only one condition. You have to prove the, so otherwise you have to prove the three conditions. First, to which I am going to declare subspace or not, it must be the subset of V. It must be non-empty, implies it must contains the additive identity. And third one, it must satisfy the property alpha x plus beta y belongs to that set W for all xy belonging to W and alpha beta members of field F. And in case you have to examine whether it is subspace or not, you will have to check the properties simultaneously, that is whether it is closed under addition or not, whether it is closed under scalar multiplication or not. Thank you.